Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. c6 prepares for a quick d5 pawn push in the center. e4 takes full control of the center and allows the queen and light-squared bishop to develop. You strike at the center, fighting for space. E takes d5 opens up the center. White can now develop the light-squared bishop to d3, where it will attack black's kingside. C takes d5 recaptures the pawn on d5 and leaves the c6 square open for the knight to develop. Bishop d3 develops the bishop to an active diagonal that controls the center and attacks h7, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center. You are threatening to win material because the defender is pinned. This stops the opponent from being able to win material because the defender is pinned. You develop a queen, which means you move it from its starting position. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. You found a safer square for your bishop. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. You found a safer square for your queen. This threatens to tactically win a rook. You stopped your opponent from being able to tactically win a rook. This threatens to win a rook through a fork. You prevented your opponent from being able to win a rook through a fork. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. You are threatening to tactically win a knight. This moves the knight to safety. You are forcing your opponent to have isolated doubled pawns, which ruins their structure. Takes back. Nice move. Your piece now controls more squares. This moves the pawn to safety. Your rooks can work together now. With the rook now developed as well, white has all pieces ready for action. You are threatening to win material through a fork. This permits the opponent to win a pawn through a discovered attack. That was a strong discovery. Now you'll win a pawn. This moves the rook to safety. You captured that free pawn. This gives away a free bishop. That bishop was yours for the taking. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This move cuts off the check from the queen, keeping your king safe. This wins material. Nice fork. You'll be winning material. This captures a knight and eliminates a threat. You won a rook for free. This wins material. That square is an excellent outpost for your knight. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. That was a fair trade. Recaptures. Very good choice. A very strong play. This move makes your piece much more effective. This defends the attacked pawn. This is a fine move. A solid choice. Giving your opponent more things to worry about. This wins material. Yes, this is the way. This captures a free queen. You captured back. This evades the check from the rook. Passed pawns must be pushed. One of the best moves. Your rook supports your passed pawn. A very strong play. Good job stepping in to defend your rook. Very precise. Good thinking. This move puts your bishop into a stronger, more active position. This permits the opponent to eventually win a queen. This move wins a queen. This evades the check from the rook. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. This wins a queen. This is the strongest option. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. You won a queen for free. Right on target. Your move gets closer to checkmate. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. You continue the checkmate attack. Very precise. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. You captured a free pawn. This steps away from the checking queen. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. This steps away from the checking rook. Always feels nice to win.